Welcome, Keyforgers, to Phlox'em and another episode of our deep dive series. This is going to be episode 2, and we're looking again at Dunk the Fire's Poet. So let's get into that. All right, so in my first episode, we did a couple games with this deck, and we could tell there was potential there. It didn't go super well. I played a lot of games after that. You can see we're up to not quite 25 games yet, and it's just kind of losing a lot. It kind of feels like it took a while to really get into a rhythm with the deck to kind of figure out exactly what it's trying to do in certain scenarios or in certain matchups, or just to kind of really be able to craft the deck, craft the hand, and all of that to what I really need. The last couple matches with it, though, it's really feeling like it's kind of hitting its stride. So we're going to try a few more, just kind of keep this series going. I might only go to 50 plays with the deck instead of the 100 I was initially planning, just to try and get more of these deep dives out there. We'll see. We'll see how it goes, but that's kind of what I'm thinking right now, just because I also like playing my other decks too much. I don't always want to be on this one, but let's get into some games with this. So some of the things that I'm trying to kind of figure out is really has to do with the unfathomable. It kind of, the disruption from those calps especially, I think, is really important to this deck's game plan. But what's also weird about it is how, let's see, we've got double key abduction with Winds of Death, so this will be pretty fun. Oh, if they're gonna play broken stuff. Try and just gotta outrace him here. But what's been interesting is playing against non-GR decks especially. So I'm playing the Dark Heart of the Forest, and that's working for a little bit, but because I'm playing the Invigorating Showers all the time, my opponents are actually getting not haunted faster than I am. And so there's this really strange kind of balance of how it seems like it needs to work in order to really like get full usage out of some of this stuff. Okay, we're just gonna kill everything here. We're gonna Berserker Slam, discard the shower, kill that. Reap. Let's Shock Herder. Shock Herder. And we're just discard the Earth Shaker. I want to keep creatures on the board. I could have played it earlier, but dealing with 2/2/2 hands is also something I've been trying to figure out what to do with this deck, especially when one of those cards is the shower. I do feel like I find the showers pretty early on in a lot of these matches. I need to see if they have artifact control with the Corrode, so that could be a little bit of a problem. This might be a big one turn here. Let's just go back into Brobnar and try and get some more Amber. We'll go ahead and fight with this one. And just get to check here. I'm not sure if the big one helps me or them more. If they give me the curse, it'll get rid of that. I also have like Arcane Transmitter, 2 airlocks. So hopefully we can start getting rid of those. But I wouldn't be surprised if they just start discarding creatures because, again, their game plan is basically double key abduction, Winds of Death anyways, so we'll see. If they don't play a creature here, though, I think we just count Bima Forgetting. Get him a Met. And we will capture onto Morik and discard. It's the second shower, so it's a little bit scary. If we do get kind of random discards happening, we might be in trouble. But against this deck, I actually kind of wonder if shuffling back in the Unfathomable isn't better, just to try and keep those calps in rotation as much as possible. Okay, so they're going Geistoid. They're going to in here somewhere to archive 2 cards. I'm guessing the Key Abduction and second in here somewhere. Did they? Boo on the first turn. I totally missed that. No? I don't know how all that stuff has gotten discarded then. Missed something. It's all just been from the... Okay, so we're just gonna... keep the pressure on here. Sadly, not quite getting to check. Dwarf line could be really big. If they wins right now, they get 2, 3, 4, 5. Man, still 5 creatures. They already have 2 in archives. What did they archive? I should probably be looking at this. Yeah. So there's Echoing Death now. Actually kills because of the shocker that had damage on it. That's unfortunate. Thalassophobia on me. That's totally fine. Corrode on the big one. Also fine. Makes my turn actually easier here. We're going to purge their haunted house, I think. They are at check, but they are also haunted, so we can stop that check with the heart. Okay, I need to sequence this properly, so we will Grave Pixie first. We got our Cowp. Let's... might actually not even play the Wharf line here. I think we discard it. Play this guy. Play the Dark Heart, ping there. The Amber Storm for the Amber. Discard this, and here we'll purge Haunted House to also discard that and redraw, and now we're in check for key 2. Getting some good hands here. I think that's helping, but again, it's just a race against time for their kind of key cheat plan. I was looking at what they were gonna archive, or what they archived. They archived in here somewhere an Echoing Death now. Okay, so they already pulled the archive, so they have their second in here somewhere. So they're going to be playing that here. Probably get that first in here somewhere, or they'll just go straight for the Key Abduction now. If they have the Winds of Death. Wind of Death gets them still just 5 creatures. Key Abduction in here somewhere. There's the Winds of Death. Yeah. They're still not going to forge naturally, though, so we just push for check here. No. Put Mamet on the bottom of their, or discard their Mamet. Discard the shower. Play this, discard shower. Probably should have discarded the Haunting Witch there and kept one of those showers in hand, but... okay, now we see the Mars. So... do not take the archives. Interesting call there. They're still looking for a little bit more. What do they have in Mars that can stop the key here? Grabber Jammer. We can deal with Grabber Jammer. Discard the Dark Lamp. Immersioneer themselves. And there's the Grabber Jammer. Okay. And the upgrade. So they got plenty of Amber now. They're going to get a capture too. It's fine. We just need to be careful not to get to Haunted here. Discard Arcane Transmitter to shuffle their discard. Okay, so they will forge now because they're no longer haunted. There's not much we can do about that. We don't know if they have the second Key Abduction. If they have the second Key Abduction, that might just be game, but we'll see. So in that case, so we're definitely going to do these. Kill this guy. Well, they have to blow it up if they want to deal with it, so not in the discard yet. If they can get me to discard 2, we're in trouble because we don't have Spooky. Otherwise, we got to play Cowp next turn just to try and slow down the Key Abductions. There's a lot of their Amber control on Mars. They've got Abductomatic. And Void Prober. I don't have any creatures to capture on, and the Mars First is gone. Take their archives. They're at 13. Airlocks don't really change that. I think they can get one key here with the key abductions, but it'll probably cost them some amber. I can never remember the actual cost though. Key abduction is +7, so they had to pay 3 there. Oh, do they have it exactly? Because they get one more off of the second key abduction. Barely. They had second key abduction there. I think we lost, right? Because it's +9. So 15 minus 12. Is that really it? Is that only +9? +8, really, because this has the pip on it? Yeah, so if they had second key abduction there, we would have lost. There you go. At least we're getting a little bit of good stuff going with it. We're totally keeping this unfathomable hand. What do I discard, though? I think we just discard the Haunting Witch. What are we playing against? Okay, so more Brobnar. They do have Poltergeistoids. I can never remember which one does what. I think that just means they take the Dark Heart. That doesn't really hurt us too much. They have Ectochard, Double Junk. Okay, this seems like a fairish matchup. Yeah, we're just going to discard the Haunting Witch. I think that's the other interesting thing with this deck is how much of your Untamed you should be discarding just as early as possible and then kind of circling back to it later. Really just trying to play 2 houses. But the trick is you want to have a good turn or an impactful turn when you actually do play your Invigorating Showers. So, like, there is a level where you should handcraft to have some kind of impactful turn, but like we're not going to be haunted by the time we're playing that Haunting Witch, I don't think. Especially with another discard pip here, I think we're just discarding all of this. I do love, because I think this came up in one of my recent matches, how you can recycle Darkheart. So even if your opponent is playing artifact control, unless it's purging it, you can just get it back with those Invigorating Showers. That can be super strong. Okay, Nemo Leech is annoying. We might not be able to deal with it, but if they have to fight into it, I think that's okay. So, play the Curse, play Beam, get rid of Junk Restoration. I will take that. Oh, except that is not going to discard the Nemo Leech then. Oh well. And we'll just toss the Hydra. So we did not get this exhausted. But my guess is they basically have to go back in and fight the Calp. I mean, they have Brobnar. They should have ways of killing this in Brobnar. We do need to make sure, I really need to know what Poltergeistoids does. We need to make sure that playing this Iron Obelisk isn't a mistake too. Because if they can steal that, they have a decent amount of Brobnar creatures here. That's actually not too crazy, just 5. One of them's Fiery Jark. Okay, so there's a Tangamengi. Discards Heavyweight Mork. There you go, that's a good one. And so they're going to steal with a Nemo Leech here too. Okay, that's fair. In this situation, I think we discard the Iron Obelisk anyways. How are they at 5 amber? My goodness. Actually, how are they at 5 amber? How are they? So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where? Oh, 5. Okay. That's a problem. I can't use this again, so we don't necessarily have to do too much with that. I almost want to shuffle in my Unfathomable, because we know we have more Untamed coming. Okay, we actually have a creature that can fight in Brobnar, though. This Awakened Titan has been actually kind of annoying to have in here. because it can take this deck a while to get haunted, especially if I'm actually playing the Invigorating Showers early on, like I'm doing in this game. Just really doesn't synergize super well with those Shock Urgers that you really actually want fighting earlier in the game, just to kind of get you value. The Curse Confusion helps here. The Iron Obelisk might buy us a turn before they forge. I guess they can't forge now anyways because of the Dark Heart. We'll see if they Poltergeistoids it here so I can actually know what that card does. Junk Restoration for Snippy, Ornar, and Soul Bomb. Take this Soul Bomb. Yeah, it makes sense. Cursed Tomb. I don't think I mind the Cursed Tomb. That's if there's no creatures on the board, right? Grim Reaper enters play ready. Probably just going to purge Tangamengi. Purges itself. Interesting. So here, I think we want to fight into the Mamet. We don't really care about the Tangamengi, but that lets us purge it with the Cursed Tomb. So let's do that. Discard this. I'll discard this. Play Thunderdell. Thunderdell fight the Mamet. And we're going to Curse Tomb it before it gets archived. I don't think they have a ton of capture, so I don't know if this Curse Tomb really helps them either, unless they want their creatures to be purged, which they might, because they have a decent amount of just kind of like good actions and stuff to cycle through. Could just play the big one here, though, and try to... Okay, now we get to see it. Purge a card from a... Okay, so they can Poltergeistoids their Grim Reaper back. That makes sense. And they can purge a card from my discard, so I gotta be careful with that. We got some dudes getting purged here. I kind of don't really want to play this Robnar stuff. So I think we just discard it with the heavyweight. Look at that one more time. Yeah, so I guess they don't have artifact control. Let's go Unfathomable. Dirge of the Deep to exhaust their other creature. Drop this. I think... Oh, we can actually kill the Tangamengi, so we'll discard this guy. That, and then discard the big one. I'm not really concerned with their artifacts, although the Soul Bomb... Soul Bomb does deal with Calp. That maybe is a problem, so maybe I should have thought about playing the big one. Problem is I'm not gaining Amber. So even this Untamed stuff is really unhelpful at the moment. And they're cycling very quickly. Do have a lot of Unfathomable coming though, so we might just Warfling them. Ooh, there's Recklessness. Okay. Glad the Soul Bomb is gone. Okay, so they got rid of the first team as well, but we did lose our Calp, which is unfortunate. So we kind of need to find the next one. They did reshuffle, so they get to forge here. Yeah, this is not going super well. Okay, so there's a reclaimed at least. I don't know if that helps us a whole lot. So what actually happened there? How do they have so much amber? Why are we in such a bad position? There's a haunted house that will help them get haunted faster. We're able to get some early value with their Unfathomable board. And just the Geistoid actions. Yeah, those Geistoid actions I think are going to be a problem. Because they just let them cycle so fast. And stuff is getting purged, so they're not going to be haunted again very easily. Discard. Down to size. We'll purge. Transmitter. Play this. We'll only kill one of them. Spooky charge. But they forge again here. Okay, I mean, do a little bit here. There's an argument for killing a haunted house, but it's basically just helping me get them haunted. But then once they're haunted, yeah, so I think that's fine. I think that was the right call. Really wish I could have killed the Grave Pixie there, but that's okay. Snippy, so everything's going to get captured onto, oh gosh. So recklessness, okay, recklessness, oh my goodness. Oh, but they made themselves haunted. So we're okay. That actually makes our turn, well, it's not quite as good because we did lose the circle speak, unfortunately, but we can definitely do some stuff here. This will go unfathomable. Let's think about this. To kill, to plunder, do this, capture, discard, do, oh, they do have the soul bomb down, so that just goes away anyways. This, capture, discard, and bounce Mehmet. This is tricky, but I'm not. Their choice to make themselves haunted there was interesting, but they do have the junk restorations to get them through the deck very quickly. So that might just do it, especially since we didn't find our key cheat here. I still have 9 in hand. Let's see if they can actually get through their stuff. Mehmet to archive the junk restoration. There's a Snippy. Oh, they were able to get to. Oh, they just Ecto Charge. GG. Yeah. Very interesting trying to figure out like what bad matchups are. I mean, this one, double junk restoration with the Cursed Tomb, so they just did have some creatures that got discarded a lot. Decent amount of discard pips, I think. Yeah. And then just a lot of value early. And then that recklessness. So this is where, yeah, again, they're just kind of able to make themselves not haunted and gain a lot of amber. And so I think this deck really relies on stopping a key or two with that dark heart, or just buying a couple turns. And so let's see, we've got, oof. There's just so much Geistoid. Cease Forge, kind of a problem, but we do have our reclaimed. There's no wins, so that's good. They have Doctor with Rebel and Zip, so they have good from hand, but they don't necessarily have a ton of ways to archive it. I don't think they have an answer for Darkheart though. Didn't really want to start with that. I'd much rather start with this. Really want to look for those. Do we just kill that right away? I don't have Amber yet. Just see what we find on Unfathomable. Nothing. We'll discard. Queen. Do we play the big one? I think we actually do, because that can really mess up the math on them doing their Mars combo from hand. Okay. Discards the demo. I'm really sad that they covered that up. Do get some amber though. Ugh. I don't like this at all. This is too many creatures. Okay. That could have gone better. Upgrade. I can replay the Hayden, but it's not hugely impactful. That's not doing anything. Discard Haunting Witch and just kill the Hayden. Good night. 2 more upgrades. Oh, and they can just recur them. Oh, this is a problem. That was not the draw we needed them to have. This gets me to not high enough to killing them, so I think we just go Unfathomable here, and they're just gonna gain more amber. There's a Mehmet gone. Circle Speak doesn't matter. Circle Speak doesn't matter. Okay, so Dark Heart could be important here. We have a way of killing Darkscar, but we need a way of killing Lee on the same turn. Oof. Yeah, this is rough. They're basically just reaping here, though. So we do Forge, which sadly also turns off our Dark Heart. Man. Sorry, it doesn't turn off our Dark Heart. It turns off our Amber Storm, because we don't have enough to kill anything. I think we just have to kill Lee. 4. Because I just don't even know how we get them haunted from this point either. Like, we're struggling here. That's 5 damage. Still not enough to kill the Darkscar, but we can kill some other stuff. They return the exoskeleton to hand, which gives them more amber anyways. Yeah, we're in trouble. Okay, so we're going to purge this just to get as much amber as possible. We'll discard Lycolia, purge that, play that, deal a damage. So let's see, we're going to have 6 damage total. Doesn't get me very far. And let's see, am I already out of both of my down to sizes? I am, so this spreading this out doesn't matter a whole lot. Sure. Having to get rid of my big one there is really sad. But I mean, this is just so much Star Alliance value early on. Okay, there's a scoop up, that's fine. Zip is less fine. Doctor is way less fine. We have a turn. We can't forge because of that. So we still have all of our showers coming, so we can discard that. We can just try to get lucky and exhaust those guys. It gives us a discard. Discards met. Unhelpful. Okay, yeah, that's just gonna be game, I think. Maybe not, because in Brobnar with Thunderdell, I can kill enough to make them haunted. Right? Oh, maybe I can't. Can I? Because they're both elusive. Oh. Well, they have to kill something here. Destroy Hayden. Uh, so they are not haunted. So that is how you just throw the game. Just oh. Mistakes were made. Oh, replay pod with that. I definitely missed that. Okay, so they have Glimmer Spore, so can't rely too much on our artifacts. They've got Double Doctor with Ironics, so we probably want to play big one, triple modular exoskeleton. Modular exoskeleton is a card that I've definitely lost a lot of games to. We saw that last game with all the recursion and stuff. We have our reclaimed in hand, so if they play Beanstalk, we're just purging it immediately. Okay, Heavyweight Mark is fine. We're just going to bounce it. And we'll discard the Spooky. I don't have Amber yet, so let's Dirge. We got second Calp. I think this is one of the places where we want to be, is if we can get multiple Calps early, it just becomes that much harder to deal with it, and then hopefully we can find our Titan to make him a little bit harder to kill as well. Got an issue going on with Mavericks in TCO. This was happening yesterday too with, I was trying to play my new Revenant deck, or not my new one, but play a Revenant deck. And, okay, so there's the Heavyweight Morik to, oh, I should have thought about that, giving them back the Morik, just, holy cow. People with these draws. Maybe we just go Untamed here, try and clean stuff up a little. We can just replay this later, we'll shower it. Let's discard that. Amber Storm for 1, 1, 2, 3, just so it can't fight successfully, and we'll just reshuffle our Untamed. Oof. So, dang it. That's where I don't know. Like, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I should have waited until the last shower before I shuffle any of it in. But I think I need that reclaimed earlier. Like, that card is going to be important. Especially with a hand like this. Like, I'm just going to end up discarding it all anyways. Okay, they're going to do some capturing. Oh no, stunning. I always forget which of those is which. Sand Scanner we're not as worried about. It's really the Beanstalk we need to purge. If they don't get haunted here, we just have to toss this untamed stuff out. Question is whether or not we cycle the Unfathomable. Let's just try not, you know? We're just trying stuff. Like the curse here. I just really love them to get haunted. Which they hopefully want to do too, because that'll turn on their Blunderbore for more value. Doctor is okay. Can just Earthshaker that next turn. Love if they played the second Doctor here. Already on the third shower though. Like that just seems like it happens to me a lot. Where I'm just finding these showers early all the time. Oh, now I can't play Earthshaker because they're gonna bring back the Disruptazord. Oh man. This isn't going well. I think we're in trouble. First time I've actually seen this do stuff though, which is fun. It's just very bad for us. Oh, come on. What are these hands? There's the Mars first, so basically the Doctor combo is very much online now. Don't have a way of damaging the Hydra. I don't have a way of killing this, so they're going to get to recur that. At least if they go with Mars next turn, they might get exhausted because of our so we'll capture there and we'll discard. I can't discard the shower now. Discard the Titan. But I don't see this as something we'll be able to remove either. Okay, so they're going Mars. Let's see if they have the Glimmer Spore. If they do and are able to archive it, we're probably just done. I guess if they archive this, we'll be able to replay it if they keep archiving other stuff and pulling it. If they don't remove the Curse of Confusion, we buy ourselves one turn. But we still don't have an answer to the Disruptazord, so... and we only have one damage pip to throw on the Hydra. Okay, so of course they have Glimmer Spore. Oh no! We're just done. We're in so much trouble. Okay, so they kill the Calp with the Brash Grabber. Makes sense because it was enraged anyways. Play second Doctor. Just gonna fight the Wacolia. Okay, so now they get to replay the target to archive Glimmer Spore. They're not gonna be haunted anyways, so this Untamed turn doesn't really help me. So I can find a way to get one more damage on the Hydra. Oh, I actually do have a way to get one more damage on it. Okay, so technically... Oh, or they'll just fight it. They archived, yeah, Glimmer Spore. And they'll replay the target with the Doctor. This might also be another fast game. It is not looking good. This is another reason why probably better for NKFL or for Adaptive. Just playing on TCO right now, you're just seeing a lot of Grim Reminders, which I don't think this is a great matchup for Grim Reminders. Oh, they didn't kill the Hydra. Okay, so we're in business. And we do kill 3, so we stop the key 2. They can Glimmer Spore it, but we actually have a tiny answer here. Archive the target, so they can get a Doctor back. But there's nothing we can do about that. And this is third shower, so we just have to play it. Okay, we will discard Earthshaker since we still don't have an answer to this thing. We will... I should have thought about where this damage was going more. This is not elusive, right? Right here. all those. Play this. We'll just ping there again, just anticipating getting those down to sizes, and we'll just get the Untamed back in. But we do stop our own key there, unfortunately. But I think we go into Unfathomable next turn. Man, this is just looking so rough. Oh, they have the modular exoskeleton. Sneaky. Okay. So they got around our plans anyways. Your future lens. We can purge that, but like I'd really love to have more Untamed in hand. So we might just take a turn. Do I have a way of killing anything? Beam doesn't put anything in their discard. Circle Speak doesn't put anything in their discard. I can't actually kill anything with the Probner either. So I have to go Untamed here. Right, 3 power is not enough to kill anything. These aren't putting anything. Yep. Man. And we'll discard the beam now. I'm really not sure. Oh, we're so close. So close to being able to kill this. I guess I can with the shock herders, but it is incredible how much damage this Disruptozoid has done. Which is cool. I've never seen that happen before. I'm just angry that it's happening to me right now. Okay, so they go back into Mars. If they pull the archives, we have some other options. My light is flickering, so we'll see if that goes out soon. This lamp is probably about 15 years old, so I wouldn't be surprised if it goes out. Okay, so we get Curse of Confusion back. They discard 1 card, but if they have Rebel here, it doesn't really matter. Disruptozoid Reaps. Abducto Reaps. We know they have target, so Void Prober can come back. Glimmer Spore the Dark Heart anyways, makes sense. Yep, there it goes. That's really unfortunate. Place target. See if they get the Glimmer Spore back. Again, it is kind of awkward for them having to archive my artifacts because they want to keep pulling their artifacts. They get a doctor. Oh, they didn't have the doctors this time. That's right. They have to archive them right now. So if they stay haunted here, which this Mars first should also keep them haunted. Yeah. We still cannot stop them. I think we force them to keep dealing with these artifacts. I don't really know. I guess shock herders, I get a little bit more amber, but it doesn't even really matter at the moment. The pentacorder down. What have they not gone for a while? I mean, they probably want to go Mars. Oh, I definitely should have called the Void first to see what we draw. Yeah, that was a huge mistake. Discard the shock herder, and we will capture onto Disruptozord, because if I don't kill that, then we're in huge trouble anyways. Yep. Definitely should have done that in the other order. I guess between this and this, we can maybe kill this anyways, if they don't go, if they don't put anything on the flank there. Or not. Or they'll just put modular exoskeleton on it and we'll just lose 1,000 different ways. Fight to the end. See it reaps. Okay. So this guy is ready again. Our Untamed is alive. Okay, so let's see. Do we have enough damage to kill it? 3, 4, 5, 9, 10. So yes. Give them an amber, but we get it back. Let's go ahead and discard this. Now we'll deal 2 and 2. Shock Herder. There. Berserker Slam. There. It's a play. It is probably wildly too late. But you know, it's something. If they want to take their archives, they give us back the Dark Heart. But the problem is they're probably also shuffling through at this point. And they're going to get to do a stupid Mars turn in which they probably replay the Disruptozoid. So that's fun. Archiving. Second Doctor. Or Mars first, probably. Or Glimmerspore, maybe. Lots of choices here, actually. Distant Void Prober. Interesting call. Play Doctor, that's fine. Discard Jark. Play Rebel. Yeah. I should have put the 2 damage on here. If I'd have been thinking through that a little bit more. That only gives Rebel 1 fight instead of 2, which slows down the amount of Dr. Z reaping. Oh, they don't have the Mars first, so they don't get to do that all anyways. They just get to do a couple Dr. Z's, and then they're done. There's the Disruptozoid again. Can you play 2 more cards? Don't care about that. Okay. They are at check. They are not haunted, or they are still haunted. I don't think I have a way of making them haunted again if they make it through here. So, do I reshuffle Untamed? Sure. Because this is, yeah, I don't think it's, oh, we can warp line them. Yeah, we're great. We're doing great. Okay, so we shuffle back in Untamed. We discard this shower. Play Grave Pixie. Get Amber Storm. All right, we're doing things. We're gonna deal a lot of damage here. There's so many things we need to kill though. Damage. Doctor hit my opponent. Amber Storm for 11. So 1, 2, 3. I think I have to kill that. So that's 10. So I just have 1 more. I don't think it matters too much. Put it on there. It's for the down to size. Okay, and there's the spooky. And we did reshuffle for them, so now they're not haunted as quickly. They're going into Star Alliance. So we'll get the skeleton back. Is it worth drawing first? Okay, they got some discard pips, the unprepared to stun. Oh, discard's unprepared off the top, cool. So they get an amber, but we stay alive. Use a non-Star Alliance creature. That'll probably be Blunderboard to fight something. That's fine. We lose 2. We can still spooky this turn. Ooh, okay. We should have thought about playing the Amber Storm first to try and get that back here. But we're basically on a 2-turn clock. So we spooky this turn and then have to be at check basically next turn. But I think we have enough to get us pretty close. Especially if this survives. Because they do have a creature small enough for us to reshuffle their top 5 again to keep them haunted. Man, this Warflean just does crazy things. That capture is really, really unfortunate. Fiery Jark, also unfortunate. Okay, we can still forge here. We might find a little bit more Untamed. We're gonna have to purge our own curse, which is unfortunate. Tamed, yes. Haunting Witch, Grave Pixie, Hydra, Circle. Reclaim to discard. Obelisk, hit that. Spooky. Check for key 6, and we have a terrible hand to follow that up with. Okay. We do have the Warflean, but that will probably not be enough. There's a good chance they shuffle through here because they haven't played Brobnar like all game. Yeah, losing that Warflean there was Warflean, I don't know what it's called. Losing that was probably the game. Wait, can they stop the key in? Oh, they have Berserker Slam. Darn it. Or Cacophonous Riot also does it. Yeah. Second Fiery Jark. Yeah, and there's Berserker Slam. Yeah, that'll be game. Because I don't have a way to make them haunted again. I can kill a couple things, but... Oh! Or the Recklessness. Which still doesn't get me there. Actually, probably makes things worse. Yeah. Strength from diversity. Did it. And there's a lot of things that did it that game, but that was definitely one of them. I don't think there's anything I could draw with Call to the Void that would help me here. I can kill some stuff, but let's see, that's 1, that's 2, 3, but they can get one of those back. Yeah, that's just game. Darn. There you go. This is why I'm thinking I'm probably only going to do 50 games with this deck. I'm going to keep going with it, but it just, 1 out of 4 today. We won the other 3. we've made some of them close, but just not quite getting there. All we've played against is Grim Reminders, which is probably what I should be expecting right now. Whereas in something like Kagi, we might see some different stuff. So I still really like this deck. It's still very, very interesting. Again, I think there's a lot of plays. I'm still making mistakes with it, so I haven't done enough games to really have it kind of locked down. There's still things I'm experimenting with in terms of like really thinking through when and how I'm playing their showers, what houses I'm calling. I probably one of these just need to actually like really force myself to call a different house than Untamed with the showers. At least like earlier on, maybe just hit the Unfathomable with my first shower instead of just discarding them. But there's so many discard pips, especially in Unfathomable. It's very rare that I actually have chances to play the showers that much. It's a draw dependent deck too. Like especially when you get close to the end, you might know what you have, but if you need spooky and it's 1 in 8 cards that you're drawing, that's better odds than if it's not in there, but it's still not like crazy. So there you go. That is round 2 of our deep dive with E-Dunk. Still really enjoying playing with it. These games are really fun. Had some really interesting matchups there, especially trying to figure out how to deal with different artifact control and stuff. But it's just not quite getting there in a lot of these, so we'll see where we end up. But yeah, see if I get to record some Kagi games with it or not, but I'll probably play a couple with it at least and report back on how that goes. Thank you all so much for watching. Again, please feel free to comment on the YouTubes or whatever other stuff you'd like to see, different things like that. Otherwise, we will see you next time.